Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Having my coffee this morning and braiding some garlic. And wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the wheat crop around here and how the agricultural prospects have been going. And I was going to do it on all the different crops and grains and stuff, but wheat has been in the news huge this week over what's going on in Eastern Europe. And there's been some problems with the wheat here locally that I wanted to tell you guys about. But Michigan's huge in agriculture. I don't know if most people know that. Around here, they grow wheat, they grow corn, they grow different beans, soy, black, navy beans. They grow sugar beets, and we have a lot of produce crops as well. Potatoes, there's a lot of orchard produce in Michigan, things like cherries and apples and stuff. But the wheat is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now, it is toward the end of July, and the wheat crop looked really, really good till about the 1st of July when it started to mature. We started to get rain. Now, I know there's a ton of stuff on YouTube talking about all the drought out west and the problems they're having with the lack of water, but we actually had water here, too much of it at the wrong time. Wheat does not like water when it's getting ready to harvest. It reduces the quality of the product, the final product. And literally for like 3 weeks, we just had rains every day. And there were areas around here when I was driving to and from work, there was literally standing water in wheat that was ripe and ready to be harvested. Now, typically by the 20th of July, most of the wheat around here has been harvested, and they're already starting to do the straw from the wheat. We had a lot of errands and stuff to run yesterday, so we drove around, and I said, you know what, I want to check out what the crops and everything are looking like. Now, I can't drive all the way out west to verify the drought or anything, but I can drive around eastern Michigan here where I'm at, so I can look at the crops. And everybody was in the wheat fields trying to harvest, and maybe 25% of the wheat has been harvested. So I'd have to say, just from my uneducated, bystander outlook, the wheat harvest here where we're at is probably at least 2 weeks behind where it needs to be. And if anybody knows anything about wheat, if it stays on too long, the quality degrades. And then on top of the moisture and all the water where they can't get into the fields, that's all bad. We drove past just miles upon miles of standing wheat that was ready to go. There was literally one field that I seen that wasn't matured. Everything else was matured and was ready to go. And the farmers were working hard to get that stuff out of the fields, but you're not going to do that overnight. It's going to take them, I'm going to say, at least 10 to 12 days of good hard labor to get a lot of that wheat in. And we got more rain in the forecast again for today. So they're just working like crazy to get that wheat off. And wheat prices have been kind of keeping an eye on the commodities market. Wheat prices have just gone up tremendously just in the last couple of days. And if people aren't aware of that, the price of wheat is right straight across the board. Now, we don't use as much flour and wheat products here as we used to because of all our digestive problems that we have here in the family. But the rest of the world runs on wheat, and literally almost every foodstuff has got some kind of wheat involved in its processing, and you're going to see the price of that stuff go up. And I think it's going to start with stuff like at restaurants and whatnot, because they're going to be some of the first ones to, I think, pass down some of those higher prices. But I'm almost positive by fall, you're going to see a lot higher prices in anything related to wheat, whether it's bread. We have a lot of wheat here in this country, so I'm not worried about any type of shortages. It's the prices that I'm concerned about. And, the price of wheat is going to affect everybody right straight across the board and right straight across the world. There's no way that we're going to get out of it. But there is wheat here. The farmers just got to get it off, and it's the weather has not been cooperating. And like I said, they were talking a lot about drought out west, but here it's been the exact opposite. It's been too much rain at the wrong time. So anyways, this is Modern Refugees. Just wanted to touch base with you guys here on what's going on here and what I'm seeing locally as far as the wheat harvest this year. Anyway, you guys have a good one.